Let's continue playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. When we last left off, we have the Temple of the Elk now recorded on the map. However, we're going to ignore it. I was debating doing back and forth on things, and I think the easiest way for us to progress at this point is for us to go and do the Oak that died, head back to Oleg, get all the experience points that we've banked from Tuskegee and other things, and then just generally see how the rest of this pans out. There are some things we're going to have to do in and around, but I think once we've gone back to Oleg's, we'll go back, grab the Temple of the Elk things, sort that out, head to the Sycamore, sort that out, and then, yeah, basically up here, to there, down there, back over to there. We still have 2/3 of our time remaining, and we've explored most of the places. It's just getting there that's now the awkward bit. And I think this is the last major thing we need in the forest. I'm just having a quick look over the map, but we've done in the wilderness. There's an old mesa here we've apparently missed. But yeah, once we've done that, the only things left are the things we've left here because they were quite tough. So let's not dally. Let's move on.
I'm hungry.
By which I mean we're gonna rest.
You're always the first to get into fights, as if there are no fighters in the party except you.
That's a lie.
Why not? I know there are others, but it's the custom. The best fighter is always in the front row.
The one with the most armor is in the front row, if I can help it, which is why it's Valerie. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. It's apparently here. Why can I not see it? What have I missed? Alright, well, we're going to wrap round that way anyway, so let's hope that we can randomly spot it as we go. We'll put that on the map, and we'll head this way. Maybe we have to be told about the oak that strayed. There might be some random things on it. Again, the map was a good idea when I first just... Alright, let's make sure we've got everything available. We don't lose anything, don't miss out on anything important. But apparently there are restrictions on what activates things. Fresh bread. I can't believe it. All the time we sat in cages and crawled in the mud, there were places in the world that were baking fresh bread. And here we are. I bet they have clean sheets. And maybe we can even take a bath. Y'all can dream. Go get some rest. You deserve it. You be sure of that. I had years to rest to catch up on. We suffered a haze until I turned into a ball. You do so much for us. Is it because you're kind? Or maybe because you've been charmed by my beauty? That's all line feels like. Yes, I feel it's supposed to be flirty, but equally, you know, there's... Because you can be evil in this game, that might just be a flippant response. We're going to go for it anyway. Oh, you are so sweet. Alright, enough talk. Fresh bread and clean sheets await. Okay, let's go and grab some rewards. Also, sell off a bunch of Masterwork Great Clubs. We have a visitor, Jod Kraven, a venerable priest of Estoril. Alright, Tuskegee is dead. That's one heck of a beast. Love to have a trip like that. But a deal is a deal. The head goes to old Benson. The bounty goes to you. Masterwork Longbow, 400 gold, 180 experience points. Alright, let's show wares. So, we're going to, of course, offer everything that isn't Masterwork, and then we're going to offer him... How much are we getting for each of these? 100 each. I mean, it's a third of what the actual value, but equally, we do not want Masterwork Great Clubs. Masterwork Spear. Masterwork Spear. Masterwork Longbows. Potentially useful. We did pick up an extra one, but equally, we've got a +1 shortbow, and I think if we compare the +1 shortbow to the Masterwork Longbow, we prefer the shortbow. So that's fine. Masterwork Light Mace, I don't think we particularly want. So we'll put those away. Masterwork Estox. The Earthbreaker might be genuinely useful. We'll get rid of the Urgosh, and we will get rid of... Oh, I think about the Bastard, but I think you already have one. Well, we'll deal there. Quickly check for this. So obviously we do have that, and I think the Master Bastard Sword is reasonable. At least until we get an actual magical one. So we'll put that as weapon 2. And as mentioned, just having a backup weapon that we can bludgeon with instead of slice with is probably reasonable. So we'll have that equipped. Also, you can wear these. So +1 armor class for the wizard counts as armor. Also, you get one of these because we have a spare. +1 chain shirt. We do have somebody in a chain shirt, so we will replace that. And I think that's everything. The only other thing I might want to do is give you one of these, actually. Alright, so we got the wizard up to armor class 16. That should be useful enough. Okay, we will sell the scythe because I don't think we're going to need it. We will sell the long spear, the estoc, the short spear. Actually, has the long spear got range? Not especially. I was wondering if we might switch you out, but actually I'm kind of okay with that for the time being. So I'll change shirt, and we are done. 10,000 gold. So now we start actually looking at genuinely things that would be useful here. A bag of holding small gives us 100 extra pounds of carrying capacity, so we're going to pick one of those up right now. The meta magic rod is interesting. We will want a few of these, but we'll hold off for the time being on those. Auto spell with a range of touch to close, medium, or increases range of one range category. Again, it's not the most important thing in the world for us to get that, so I think that's okay. And we're then down into masterwork stuffs. Masterwork increase would be nice for our main character, but we don't actually have the proficiency for that yet. We're gonna have to work out what we're doing to get that. Oh, cancel. We will, however, take the bag of holding, which now means we have no encumbrance right now, which is quite nice. Okay, we'll talk to Svetlana. Here's your ring, Svetlana. Kressel gave it to me, even convinced her not to fight me. I suppose I told you about her. Kressel wasn't her real name. Her real name was Irina. Before this, she was the daughter of my mother and her second husband, my half-sister. I can't help but feel everything that happened to her was my fault. She always had a wildness to her. She'd wander the streets, hanging out with a bad crowd, until the day she passed. Mother complained about Irina constantly. Back then, it was just cruel games and strange escapades. She never really hurt anyone back in Restov. My father didn't live much longer than our mother, so I decided to keep Irina. I brought her here, to the Stolen Lands, though Oleg was against it. And once here, she immediately fell under the Stag Lord's influence. She never even needed to meet him, but stories and rumors from local hunters and bandits were enough to win her over. She would tell us how he was a real leader, unlike Restov's softies. Eventually she ran away, only to return under a new name with a pack of thugs to collect taxes from us. What's worse, she participated in torture and execution of prisoners alongside Stag Lord's minions. I don't know if there's any way to set her on the right... Oh, we got 10 camping supplies. Okay, that's nice. And 45 experience points for it. I have to go. Oop. So, huzzah, we've crossed that task off the list. We can then sort this out. Type descending. Do I still need a magic ring protection +1? I don't think they do anymore, do they? You might, but we're not likely to use you. We'll sell the other one then. Not this really taking up a lot of inventory space, but, you know, we might as well sell it if we're not going to use it. The other things are potentially helpful. The scimitar we're saving. The short sword is a reasonable backup weapon. And I think everything else is fine. Alright. Let's speak to Jod.
How May I serve you?
Tell me the visions that led you to the Temple of the Elk.
That's why I'm here.
I've heard of the Temple of the Elk from a local nymph. She believes a mad druid who served the Stag Lord once performed the rituals there. It seems that's where the magic mist comes from.
Defile the ancient shrine of Erastil and
Erastil.
with such unnatural magic. How could it be that this druid wasn't completely exhausted?
What do you want from me?
Find the Temple of the Elk.
Yeah, we know where that
I've
is.
pieced together its location from what I can remember of my visions. I have a rough idea of where to look for the sanctuary, somewhere in the North Nile marshes. However, I don't possess the strength to walk this path myself. Do not reject my plea, good traveler, and I'll repay you as best I can. In these dark times, people rarely help each other without compensation. May Erastil forgive us all. But I am sure my healing abilities will be useful to you.
Alright.
All according to
We've been given the quest. I'm just going to have a quick look up of something. Bear with, just because I want to make I want to see if the Ogre Strayed is dependent on things. Okay, as I suspected, it's actually a perception check, so we don't have to worry about that, about not finding it. We just didn't. Okay. What it does mean is that, you know, we need to think about leveling up perception a little bit. We're not a million miles away from level 4, so we might even be able to first find it randomly later. But for now, we're going to go Temple of the Elk. What else are we leaving? We do have some books with us, so we might as well put those away. And yep, I think that's all fine from there. Alright, let's leave. We do have Ragnar. We're going to probably level him up afterwards, but we're not likely to use him for the time being. Okay, down we go. One thing that is probably relevant is that if we look at our inventory now, we're at light encumbrance, which means there is no movement penalty whatsoever. So, huzzah! The bag of holding now means that we are moving at ridiculous speed comparatively. As a downside though, we keep failing this perception check.
I tire.
I don't know why it's just us who tire, but okay.
I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, it's just us. Wondering if we rest here. And I think we might do. I'm just having a quick look at what our options are spellcasting wise for what we're about to encounter. I think it's fine. We'll stick with what we got for the moment. I know you don't have a lot, but it's fine. Alright. Yeah, let's enter. Okay, welcome to Temple of the Elk. Okay, we've had a thing here. Well, we thought bloodthirsty beats of the Temple of the Elk. Our teacher might have found his artifact or done something insidious. Interesting. So we've been given a warning because we come here first, I think. Still, this should be fine. Riverbed Nightmare, we still need to deal with that. Bitter Rival. And Stolen Land, with 61 days to go. We found the right trail. The ritual was held here, but be careful. There are dangerous beasts ahead. They are both guards of this place and tokens of a druid's evil magic. Please be careful. Also, the storm has appeared.
I see something.
Ooh, we will grab that. Another token of Dryad. And let's head through. Alright, we have found giant primal frogs. We are going to make it turn-based. Also, I've just realised, why is our wizard at the front? Critical hit, sneak attack, 14. And the game is stuttering a bit. Lindsay will move out. Well, Alendi, you are better off than our wizard, so you can stay there. Doesn't matter, they attacked the wizard anyway, we weren't able to block it. Octavia,
Consider me provoked.
who does have sneak attack of her own because she is a level 1 rogue. Amiri is going to have to go the long way round.
Tear them apart!
As are you, the way we're going. We're going to hold off here. We kind of blocked the path a little bit. And the one person we want in the front isn't able to get there.
You deserved it.
Critical hit, and one more frog down.
This should do it.
Double sneak attack. How much are we getting for these frogs? Not much. Well, let's see if the next opponents can provide more of a challenge. But at least we've got the right fighters in the right place this time, more or less. Harim. Just move you out to there. Octavia, shoot.
This is for you.
Valerie moves forward. We'll move
A calculated risk.
Alendi forward as well. And try and shoot you. Number 9. Alright, Wolf misses. Harem.
Repent.
And we might be able to down one of them here. We do. One down. Also, just because I want to just add that on. Yeah, there we go. Right, now we know what the experience is going to be.
I'll fight if I have to.
Let us strike as one. Ah!
Valerie misses. And thankfully, Alendi is managing.
This will hurt.
Alright, sneak, sneak. Another sneak.
This is where I step in.
They go down!
No concealment as well. Oh, they have blur. Okay, so the blur effect is basically they have a 20% chance of being missed by everything. Which also probably stacks with the storm benefit. Or maybe it's just a flat 20% concealment. D&D does some... Well, Pathfinder, rather. Does have some weird things around this.
You can't stop me.
Yes, there's 2 sources of concealment, and I don't know if we go and check the battle log for that one. No, it's just a flat 20% concealed chance, so it does not stack.
Do not falter.
12. Alright, Alendi hit for
Let's try this.
some. Critical hit, sneak attack, and hopefully another attack. And we're going to back off. This is positioned right at the bottom. It's a little awkward for us to actually... 24 critical hits. Nicely done. Alright, combat is done. Next up, we have... Oh, by the way, don't go in there. That's the horrible stuff. No, don't go in there. I think it causes nausea, temporarily. Oh, look, it's another Tortusker. Amiri, stay back. Also, I just realized that we never actually adjusted this, and that's why you keep appearing at the front, for some reason. Alright, let's do this. Archers towards there. I mean, I don't mind protecting Harim a little bit here. And we go with something that looks a little like this as our general party configuration. Sure. Alright, well, at least now we know. Alendi's first. We're gonna just position. And now our mage is probably gonna get destroyed.
I die free. You deserved it.
Lindsay attacks. Amiri.
Bring it!
Onwards!
What a waste.
Okay, well, thankfully this boar
should do
is
it.
either not as tough as Tuskgetter, or is at the very least not as, you know, not as much of a concern for us. It's still doing some damage to various people, though.
Any
Lindsay?
last wishes?
Sneak 8.
Tear them apart!
Stay behind me!
Alright, you stay down. And 5 attacks.
Become as dust.
A calculated risk. This was not.
Well,
part
down
of
we
the
go
plan.
again.
This is where I step in.
7 sneak attack, come on. I wish the low hit points was actually recorded slightly correctly, but I do understand why a little bit. Alright, we get another token of Dryad.
In due time.
And we need to heal up at this point, so Harim, if you'd be so good.
Just letting the ink dry.
Yes. Done with waiting.
Okay, that'll do. Right, this bit is gonna be a little more tricky, so let's think about this one a moment. Let's go for... Actually, this should be fine. We'll take a bless spell.
I wrote it
We
like
will
I saw it.
inspire some courage. And let's head forward once that's up.
That is not far.
Alright, so this is the hardest one that remains.
Can you make it?
It is a giant treant bear.
Dawnflower. Oh, Saren Ray.
Who has already destroyed the person up there. Tristan dies. Charge and rage. Let's go. 18 reduced. So we're going to move into there, and I wonder if Burning Hands actually has the range for this. It does. What do we have in our belt? We have 1 Alchemist Fire. Let's throw it. Grab an extra attack, still damage reducing.
Let us
Move in
strike as
Valerie.
one.
And let's apply some necromancy.
Serves you right.
Mystery concealment. I mean, it's hitting Valerie on very low numbers, which is concerning. But Valerie has at least survived. And I think that's going to be good enough.
Consider me provoked.
Nicely done. We have killed a bear. And Tristan is not dead.
Resting would be
I
nice,
swear,
don't you think?
never have I been so glad to meet a stranger. Even with the power granted me by Saren Ray, I almost lost. You have my thanks. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tristian.
Tristan is sort of the alternate cleric option you have. Yeah, I kind of like him and I will generally use him, but we gotta have Harim in this party. It's gotta be done. A local nymph directed me here. She thinks the enchanted fog in the temple was caused by a druid who serves the bandit leader here. I expect defeating her beast guards should cause the fog to clear.
I have never spoken to nymphs, but I believe their assessment is accurate. The creatures occupying this temple are far from ordinary animals. The power that moved them here is related to the fog. The beasts hold the fog as anchors hold a ship dancing in the waves. From what I can tell, once the beasts are defeated, the fog should begin to clear.
Beast is defeated. What now?
Praised be Sarenrae. Now, if my knowledge serves, the fog should weaken and eventually clear entirely. We need only wait. Perhaps somewhere more hospitable?
You're wounded. Do you need aid?
You are very kind. Kindness to strangers is in short supply these days. But worry not. Sarenrae's priests are skilled in the healing arts. I can heal myself.
How did you get here?
I was investigating this fog. I believe you have already discerned that it is magical in nature. I serve Sarenrae, goddess of sunlight. Discovering an evil magic that isolated living creatures from the sun alarmed me in no small way. I was able to locate the place the fog originated from, but was too presumptuous and almost got into the beast's teeth.
With the beast dead, I have other matters to attend to.
Please wait. You saved my life. I have no treasures or relics, but I have knowledge and the divine power of a priest. I wish to aid you in your journeys.
I would welcome your assistance.
Thank you. I hope I will be of help.
We will, however, send him back there because we're not going to replace Harim just this point. We will, however, keep rough eye on Tristan because he's useful enough as an alternate cleric. The way I'm probably going to build Harim is more as a Mystic Farouge build. There's a couple of ways we're going to do that. It's a little weird and doesn't. Oh. It isn't ideal, and he's going to basically lock him out of the higher level cleric spells. So having Tristan as a pure cleric is probably reasonable as an option. In the meantime, the pool has been cleared. The fog is gone.
Don't hesitate.
And I believe if we can get Valerie to actually stand in the thing.
As it should be.
There we go. Alright, we're going to stand here and heal, because why not?
In due time.
Okay, off we go. So the temple has been found. With that questions. So
I'm hungry. When we stop.
So we are retired, we probably are going to camp and rest here. I'm wondering if we go back and have another go at this, or if we try to get ourselves the extra level and the extra perception point before we go that far. The outside is, I think the only place we can do this now is the Tranquil Withered Bend and that boss encounter there, which, again, we haven't really done much to change the equation here. We've added a wizard, so we do have extra ranged attackers, but not really done a huge amount for us, has it? Let's rest up and find out and do this thing anyway.
Valerie, didn't you like stories, even as a child? I can't believe that. All children like stories.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm not a child anymore. Maybe you should grow up at last too.
That's a little insensitive to say to a halfling. Okay, we're gonna head up and back to Oleg's, I think. There is a new event. There is a new event here. We can get some experience for that. So let's do it. Traveling 1 day, 5 hours. And the perception check keeps on failing.
I need to catch my breath.
Alright, back we are. And with that being done...
All according to plan.
Offer a small number of things, and let's go and speak to Jod.
How may I serve you?
I found the Temple of the Elk and killed the beast there.
Erastil be praised, you finally returned, my good friend. Tristan told me how you helped him at the Temple of the Elk. Thank you for heeding my request. My heart is calm and filled with confidence that I've followed the will of my God. I would like to reward your bravery. I possess no treasure, but please, take this as a token of appreciation.
A couple of scrolls remove blindness and 312.
As far as I know, your next target looks to be the Stag Lord himself. With the Temple of the Elk cleansed of evil, the fog surrounding us should disperse to reveal the path to the brute's lair. Of course, magic so powerful is unlikely to disappear all at once. Bide your time. Follow up on other concerns while you wait. I will gladly aid you on your noble quest. Erastil himself foresaw our meeting.
Do you understand the true meaning of your visions now?
I trust in their truth. These visions, they were the voice of Erastil himself. Quiet but clear. Before all this happened, I believed Erastil had turned his back to me. But now, I see clearly. He has shown me divine mercy, for he has led me to you, and invited me to aid in a fellow priest's deliverance. Lady Sarenrae and Erastil walk the paths of the gods hand in hand, and so must their servants as well. Tristan is undoubtedly still very young, and youth is a time of naivete and confusion. But I see kindness and strength of spirit in him, traits indispensable to a priest. I sense that all that's transpired thus far is only the beginning, and the future promises great things for Tristan and for you. This is why Erastil led me to the Temple of the Elk. Day and night I pray for you and for my young friend. May the Stag God lead you down the true path.
Okay, that's enough of this for now.
As you wish.
Thank you for the story, we'll talk later. Okay. So with that done, I think we move on our way. So wait until the clog clears away now is the next major quest. We have... Alright, so we're a third of the way through the timer. But again, we really only have a few small things to do, and then it's just trying to pick up the rest. So let's bring everybody out. Is there anything we want to just dump in there for the time being? I thought we had camping supplies actually, so we can use those up. We'll leave though. Stick with the same party. Again, we do have Tristan, but we'll worry about sorting him out a little later. The companions that aren't at the party do level up at the same rate as everybody else because we don't have the setting toggle to undo that. So it should be fine. Also, just had a thought, but I don't know. Our owlbear gives us a +2 morale bonus for perception and nature. Are we getting that? We're not. Which is a little annoying. Okay, we'll have to reactivate that, but that might be why we're missing the thing there. Alright, let's head down. We want to try and get the thing that's here if we can, so we'll try another perception check down there. Ooh, spotted some enemies. We'll fight them.
Then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
Alright, 2 bandits.
You deserved it.
Stab.
This will hurt.
Can't be harder to hit with those anyway. I mean, it was a 19, but still.
You.
Bring it. Do not falter.
Valerie moves up. Harrium should be fine. And you can attack.
I tire.
And that's done. We'll just leave. I'll take any gold they've got, but we're not too interested in the rest. And composite longbow, 100 gold, sure. There we go. So having found that, can we not... There we go. Explore it? Ooh. We looked across the heath for a long time, yet no sight sprang before our eyes. By the time we discovered a verdant lowland, the several near-about springs streaming down behind over hillside, and in the distance, in the centre of lowland, among a bush, stood a single dry tree, a true giant. Its magnificent outline resembled an animal's paw clawing at the sky. It was truly remarkable. The flat landscape that was dotted by mysterious dark humps were piled about the height of a man, was scattered in abundance. We determined that we should explore the lowlands. Incorporate moss, low-growed things. This is the lowlands, and there the real swamp began. Alright, let's go for a knowledge check. Which we succeed in. We did lose our rope, but that's fine. That's why we have it. Save us from being lost to the bog. Station bog gurgled hungrily for us, but we didn't look back. Sodden and weary, we finally made it to a solid ground. A palace of some sorts rose before our eyes. A spacious hut made of mud like the rest, decorated with pebbles, bones, cattail spikes, and snail shells. Under this palace was wide and shallow reservoir. Stream water reflected the we found the witch of the wilds. We in fact actually made it. Cockle eyes, flat heads, no cheeks. Could only be the work of boggards. Primitive boggart tribes that inhabited the swamps of Garand and Ebestian since the olden days. Alright, let's peek inside the hut. Receive short sword, leather armor, 139 gold pieces. Went forwards, seeking that we'd drawn so near to our goal. Octavia, who was watching our rear, pointed to a surging, crawling wall of green filling the path behind us. Okay, the surrounding thicket has come to life and has decided, you know what, let's go for this. We have a mobility plus 13 here. We're gonna... There we go. The same experience travel can tell you, sometimes you walk and sometimes you run. The branches snapped at our backpacks and clothes, sprouts tangled our feet, but we slipped their grasp, but we were too quick. Finally, after what seemed like an endless trek, we came across the gigantic dry tree that we'd sown trees at the beginning. Lo and behold, it was an idol cut into its trunk, a huge horned, free-eyed toad. Its googly eyes made it both cruel and dumb, almost idiotic. Its muzzle was hanging open, sharp-toothed, and several hanging tongues. Deep brown streaks oozed out of the corners of its mouth. Knowledge religion, please. We've succeeded every single one of these checks. No doubt, this is Gogunta, Master of the Great Swamp and the Demon Abyss. But what is this? We're examining the idol. A large, bright blue dragonfly came out of a hole in the tree and sat invitingly on the very tip of our noses. So remarkably strange, it didn't react to our movements and seemed quite content to remain where it was. We're going to perform a lawful good action here and see if we can... Kill evil, just eat the thing. No, we're gonna do this. Clearly we could not leave such an obscenity unscathed. We drew our swords and slashed at the wooden face, and it oozed black, sticky blood. We've angered some god. Satisfied with job well done, we return to where we came from. Alright, so we've actually dealt with that, and that's, you know, a reasonable amount of experience points as a reward, I guess. Let's head down. And let's head down again. Alright, we are at the Old Sycamore, and this is probably the largest dungeon in this initial part of the game, so... let's see what happens.
tire.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I've conducted at Lady Jamandi's orders have proved your innocence. Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Irovetti is no stranger to intrigue, and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamandi sends her apologies. We almost had Tartuccio cornered when this damned mist fell. First we entirely lost our way, and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. My people can barely stand, so I would be grateful if you would help us capture this Tartuccio. He must be somewhere nearby. Bring that scum to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. The Sword Lords will remember this favor.
How does Tartuccio manage to fool you?
That sly bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what? Even after that terrible night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy.
What have you got against gnomes and sorcerers?
His overconfidence was his downfall. Tartuccio's henchmen, it seems, imagined they could safely meet with Pataxian spies in the town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamandi is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law. We received a message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamandi immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quietly, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Irovetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
What can Pataxian spies hope to find in the stolen lands?
Pataxian spies are much like magpies. They'll grab anything that catches their eye. Information, treasure, artifacts. This time King Irovetti had a chance to seize the entire stolen lands region, and at the Eldori's expense. I'll give you some advice for the future. Be wary of the Pataxian king. He's truly a snake of a man.
Garess is the name of a noble house in Brevany, is it not? You're a noble then.
Used to be. It's only a name now, nothing more. The House Garess are a noble family in Brevoy. They own several mines in the Galushkin Mountains. My father Evan is cousin to Lord Howland Garess, but he's my father no longer. In any case, I brought shame upon my name and was punished accordingly. The family disowned me. I fled to Restov and took up the life of a simple mercenary, until I received an assignment here in the Stolen Lands.
Care to tell me why you were exiled? You've asked me for a favor. I'd say you owe me an explanation.
Fair enough. For a Garess, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else, and I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and pure, and we fell in love. I would have rather died than leave my Tanya, so I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow. My father was furious. I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death. And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile. Thus, I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love. Don't imagine that I ask for pity. Everyone gets what they deserve.
Okay, so we got a few interesting things here. We're going to go chaotic good, though. Even though, you know, it's slightly against our alignment, I think it's fair.
What's done is done. What
is done is done. We're going to say goodbye for now. We probably are going to have to spend a few episodes occasionally, you know, catching up with some of the party members. As you've seen in the OX trading post, we can have conversations with almost every one of the party members and learn interesting things. So we'll probably make a point of doing that a bit more often. In the meantime...
Cowardly traitors, sons of a pike, return the relic! Coward, turn, look! Silly kobold, go look for your relic in your dungeon. Look on the bed, look on the table. Silly kobold have no bed and no table. Search your eggs, use relic, and blame mates, accuse queen. Lies! Chief should scale, not silly. Lies, Chief, scale!
Such hubris and such simple creatures. But are our own monarchs any better?
So warlike. It's like a miniature version of a Taldan Imperial Chronicles.
Stop, what's going on here?
Stranger, you see? Silly Kerbal attack might insult us, our magnificent queen. Lies! Might thief, steal relic from Kerbal. We revenge. Help us, stranger!
Kerbal, tell us what happens.
Hi, chief. I name Soot Scale. Kobold and might live long, live peace. But now might thief steal our relic. Thief, steal, relic.
Oh, I can't stop laughing. He's so sweet the way he repeats everything.
Beats, thiefing.
How'd you know his relic was stolen by the mites?
Might tricksy, but Chief Soot Scale is more tricksy. I call new shaman. Come, shaman Tartuk, know who stole relic. Tartuk good. Tartuk hood.
What is this relic?
Relic key. Kerbal take relic. Enter sacred hall.
Did you really attack the mites?
Revenge. Might coward. Kerbal come. Might run. We come. Take them relic. Go. Let. They give back our relic. We give back their.
Where is Shaman Tartuk now?
Shaman was dungeon. Did not enter sacred hall. Might collapse our entrance. Kobold wrath might.
Tartuk is not a real kobold. He deceived you.
Soot Scale not stupid. He no real kobold.
It's clear to me now. You should make peace and search for the relic together.
Never! Death to traitors! We no retreat. Choose who support, stranger, or enemy us all.
I would hear my companion's advice on this. Why support either? Do you think they'll listen to you? Let's battle these ones, both groups, and be done with it. It's up to you. We should remember that living among such creatures could be dangerous. The kobolds and mites are aggressive, poorly organized, and unreliable. It's better to exile them or not interfere, lest we be entangled in their unworthy deeds. They haven't done anything bad. We shouldn't attack them. I wish they would make peace, but if this isn't possible, let's side with Chief Soot Scale and the kobolds. It's so funny, and they haven't the gall to lie. Okay, so because we are not some degree of neutral, we can't actually make peace with both things and work this out. And honestly, we could try and kill them all, and I think that's a reasonable option. It does put us against both parties. We're going to have to slaughter everything to get her through there. And I guess that allows us to have all of the things, so let's free the lands of these dangerous creatures.
Protect Queen! Kobold fight! Hold stranger! I go by Shaman Tuk.
So they're going to fight. We're going to ignore this for the most part and just, do our own thing. Because this is a large area and there's quite a lot of stuff around. Also frogs.
I'll fight if I
Running
have
won't
to.
help you.
The one downside of having this sort of simultaneous fights going on is that we are going to get random combat encounters from other things going around. But hey, we're against both of the sides, so it should be fine.
Tear them apart.
Alright, frog down.
You can't stop me.
Onwards.
7 and 5 attacks. Are we out of combat? Because of things going on, it's almost going to be better for us to be in real time for the moment. But hey, we're out of combat. Alright, down we go.
Requires your attention.
Done and done.
Found a few things.
Interesting.
And we found a small group.
Welcome, Peace Zone. Here no war, no one attack. Only maybe Fat Wolf Lord. He wants chew us, we must lie. Who kill him, big reward. Ward!
What did you say about wolves?
Near Long Tree live wolf pack. Big angry. Tell Knight and Kobold bad thing. We maybe kill him easy, but war take hunters away.
Fine, I will kill the wolf leader. Why are you not attacking each other?
War bad. Paddles lad. Scream loud. Knight and Kobold dead. Cold. Why fight? Dangerous. Hairy wolf around.
Wise words. I think many people, not just mice and kobolds, could learn something from these creatures. Bah, cowards.
But we no fool. Go and be friend. No want war. But Miss Queen, but big beauty. Miss Beauty.
I suppose I'll go. So we do have a warg, or actually a warg to deal with.
As it should be.
Significantly stronger. Also, some taps of worms here. Yeah, okay, we'll just fight these. We fought some of these before.
Oh, god darn it!
Look at me, Gorum!
I need to catch my
Well, it's a good thing we have lesser restoration spells available. Also, we have the Curse of Feeble Body. So, something has cursed us, and I don't remember when this happened. Oh, I know why this happened. Okay. Yeah, we destroyed the thing, didn't we? Yeah, we are cursed. Okay, we'll look into that a little later. Okay, we got our first restovic item. And more frogs.
This is where I step in.
Down better ones.
And here we find a mobility check that we can do. Also, we're moving at half rate, which is unfortunate. We're probably going to have to rest shortly anyway, but I am going to try the mobility check in a moment. Except, no, actually, we've got a -6 to this. Maybe this isn't a great idea. We'll save first. If we get up there, it's fine. We'll probably rest up there. But, there is stuff. And we do like stuff.
I need to catch my breath.
A trivial matter.
Okay, we made it. Get ourselves a rapier. We get ourselves one of these. And a couple of chests.
I did as you asked.
One of lead blades and a +1 club.
I did as you asked.
Okay. A few small things. Down we go.
It is finished.
Alright. I think because of the speed penalty, we're going to rest here. So let's set up a camp. We'll use the rations. Let's make some haggis. See if we can get some random bonuses out of that. Actually, we can make season pies.
Who will prevail?
We were attacked by while hunting. Okay.
I wish I was born in a noble family. Servants to lick my boots and bring me breakfast in bed. Not like in my tribe. They wake you up with a kick and hustle you to cook for them. The stinking goats.
I bet your time among nobility would be even shorter than mine. You'd jump up the moment you were trying on your third dress, or drinking tea with your auntie. You'd trash the place and run into the forest.
Excellent. Alright. With that... yeah, we're going to have to find a way to remove curse. We might even have to look into bits and pieces here. -2 to Constitution is a huge problem. I mean, heck, that's 6 hit points, basically, we've lost to every character at this stage while that's going on. But we will worry about that next time. So, until then.